Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now in this video, I'm going to discuss a new interview from Melissa Barrera where she dives into Scream 6. We will hear her thoughts on radio silence, the cast, and also the writing team of Guy Busick and James Vanderbilt. Plus, we will hear just how bloody things are getting on set. Let's go. So eTalk.com just released a video interview with Melissa Barrera, who of course plays Sam Carpenter in the current Scream trilogy. Now I've broken her interview down into 3 parts, which I will play for you and give my thoughts after each section. Now, before I get into her interview though, I do want to remind everyone of 2 things that I have said many times on this channel over the last several months since the film was announced that I want to see in Scream 6. You guys already know if you've been on the channel for a little while. The first thing is I want to see a true radio silence Scream movie. I want to see them step out of the shadows of the legendary Wes Craven and make a Scream 6 in their own style. Let us see what they bring to a Scream film. And the second thing I've been wanting to see desperately is that they will give us more character development in this film. I mean, one of the biggest misses in Scream 5, in my opinion, is not spending enough time with the new characters that they introduced. And one of the biggest components of a Scream film historically is great character development. We care about the characters and whether they live or die. And I want to desperately see that back in Scream 6. So with that being the backdrop, let's get started with Melissa's comments. So here's the first clip where she speaks about Scream 6 in general.
I can't say much about this one, but it's on another level is all I can say. Like everything about it is just taken to another level. Matt and Tyler are injecting it even more with like their personalities and like their love for horror. And I think because they did such a good job in making like a tribute to Wes in the last one, they feel like now they have a little bit more liberty to go in the direction that they want to go. And it's exciting.
Okay, guys, this has got me excited. I have to admit, when I heard her say these comments about the film, specifically about Matt and Tyler, it really got me pumped up because this is what I've been wanting to see. And if she's really giving us a genuine, fair assessment of this movie, then I have high hopes. It has elevated my anticipation because when she says comments about how this one is on another level and how it's, they have taken another level, Matt and Tyler are injecting it even more with their personalities and their love for horror, that is huge to me. And again, the thing I've been wanting to see so bad, because I think they can make an amazing Scream film if they just take the reins off and do it their way. I mean, Ready or Not was just an amazing film. If you haven't seen it, it's a great demonstration of what they can do in their own style. And as she mentioned here, they made they did a good job making a tribute to Wes in the last one, and I agree. I describe Scream 5 right now as a great love letter to Wes. I thought they did, as far as making a tribute to Wes, they did a good job. I don't think Scream 5 moved the franchise forward, but I think it did, give a great tribute to Wes. That I do agree with. But I love that she says here, however, for this one, they're taking more liberty and going in the direction that they want to go. And that is exciting. And I agree. That's very exciting. I'm going to just hold out hope, fingers crossed, that this is not just hyping up a movie. I'm going to take her at her word that she's sincere here. I don't have any reason to believe she's not. So this is encouraging, guys. This is very encouraging. If you have been like myself and have been wanting to see them break out and really just show what they can do without having the, that weight on their shoulders of being the first film back after Wes left us, then I think this is, looking good. So keep your fingers crossed, guys, because things could be going in the right direction.
We're having so much fun. It's that time of like the film where my phone is just covered in blood, and it's just going to be covered in blood for a while until it somehow rubs off. But I don't even like cleaning it. I just like leaving it with it's fake blood. I should clarify for people that are watching that are like, what?
Now, I just found this clip a lot of fun because I love how she says we're at that time of the film where my phone is just covered in blood, and it will be for a while until it somehow rubs off. And I just love the idea that she's not even cleaning it. Like, it's like a badge of honor having her phone with the fake blood from the Scream 6 filming. I love that. And that also is very telling because they're down to the last week or two now of filming the movie, and I know that they are currently back in the theater filming right now, thanks to my buddy Chris at Discover Montreal. Did a walk by literally last night, and they are filming there live. When they walked by, they were all very, very guarded and high security around the theater. So they are most likely filming the finale scene. I still think it's a finale that's going to happen in the theater. If it's not the finale of the movie, it's going to be a significant portion of the film. Maybe it's in the middle of the movie. Heck, it could be at the beginning. For all we know at this point, it's one of the three. We know they're in the theater. It's going to happen. But whatever scene they're filming, I love how she says we're at that time in the film where it's just covered in blood. So there's a lot of, it reminds me of scene 118 from Scream 1, when Skeet Ulrich always talks about how they were covered in blood, because they were filming these scenes over and over at Stu's house, and they had to have all the blood caked on them. It was on their sheets. It was everywhere. So it kind of just reminded me of that, kind of a bit nostalgic as well. So we'll see. But anyway, I think it's cool. And hey, listen, if I was on Scream 6 and I had a bloodied up phone, I'd probably be tempted to do the same thing, to be honest with you. Just to say, you know what, this is like a badge of honor again I'm going to wear. And every time I pick up that phone, there's a reminder that screen used blood. It was on camera. Anyway, all right, guys. Now let's hear Melissa's final clip and what she has to say about the cast and the writing.
Audiences are going to get to know the characters a lot more. And it's really cool. The new cast is incredible. I mean, having all of these people join the family is amazing. It's taking everything up another notch. And there's more of Sam and Gail for sure, and that's really cool because I feel like the writers did a really good job of, now that they've seen us, now that they know us, everything kind of meshes, they take some things from real life and they try to infuse them into, because these movies are always very meta, so they're doing that very well in this next installment as well. And it's been great.
Okay, this part here, this clip, this might be the one that excites me the most because of her very first sentence, which she says, audiences are going to know the characters a lot more. Oh my gosh, that got me so pumped to hear her say that. Because again, it was the one thing that was missing from Scream 5 that I really missed. In fact, that we had seen in previous films. And the fact that we get from her perspective and in her mind, we're going to get to know these characters more. There is going to be more development in these new characters. So that right there gets me very excited. And I'm so hopeful that we're going to see a lot of more screen time, a lot more conversations, just a chance to really know Tara and Sam, Mindy, and Chad, these core four. That's awesome. I love it. And then she talks about, of course, the new cast being incredible. And then she makes that statement about how it's taking everything up another notch, having these new people in the family. And immediately when I hear that, I think of the phrase iron sharpens iron. And I've made comments before here on the channel about how if you bring in Hayden Panettiere and you bring in Samara Weaving, I mean, these are just two of the new cast members that are powerhouse actors. These two are like final girl quality actors. They can carry it. They can carry a movie. They're that strong of performers. You bring them in on the same movie, and along with Courtney Cox and of course the core four. That's going to elevate not only the film, but in my mind, it'll elevate the performance of everyone else, because it is that taking things up another notch mentality. It's matching, the level of your peers. So I really believe that is partly what she could mean by that. I think that's a very normal thing that happens in every other industry. So I don't see why it would be different for acting. When you're around others that are very good at what they do, you rise to the occasion. You rise to the level because you want to be at that same level as each other. So you sharpen one another. And the result is a much better performance by everyone. So that's very exciting to me. And then, of course, she mentions how the writers, she thinks, did a really good job now that they know the characters. So everything kind of meshes. And again, that this is going to be very meta as well in this next installment. So all good things said there. Those are really some promising things that I personally taking to heart, and gives me, again, more optimism, more excitement, adding fuel to the fire. Now, of course, I know grain of salt on this as well, because it's an actor talking about their own movie that they're in. So there is, of course, some PR and promotions and marketing to this. But I also believe that the things that she's saying are the things that really do matter. And they really are the areas that, for me personally, as a fan, were most concerning about 5. And so the fact that she's commenting on these things gives me hope and encouragement that we're going to see the results in Scream 6. All right, everyone. Now I want to know what you think about her comments regarding the film. Start leaving me your ideas, your theories, your thoughts in the comments section below right now, so we can begin a discussion on it together. Well, guys, I'll leave it there for now. That's it for this update, but I'll be back soon with more Scream and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thank you for watching.